back to the channel. My name is Sarah and this is going to be a unfortunately large, well, kind of large December book haul, and this is including like Christmas presents and a few things I bought for myself. Almost all of these are presents, in my defense. I asked for specific things for Christmas. So we'll go right into it, and I'm going to start with the biggest stack, which is volumes 1 through 9 of Bride Story by Kaoru Mori. This is one of my favorite manga series. It is, I've talked about it before, but this is a story of, well, it follows Mr. Smith, who is traveling along the Silk Roads, and he is stopping at and spending time with different clans and tribes along the Silk Roads. And I believe this is in the early 1800s. It's in the, I think it's the Victorian era. There he is right there. I hope you can see him. And it's more the story of the girls and women and their families in these tribes and clans. He meets them and then the story evolves with them from there, because it's about them. So we start off following different girls. So the first 2 volumes we follow this character, then we meet another character and another, and as he travels down the road we'll meet these different characters and learn their stories, and he is going to come back and travel back down the road, which is where I'm at in the manga, so we'll revisit their stories. It's a fantastic series. I really enjoy it. It's intricately drawn and beautiful, and I just find the whole thing absolutely fascinating, and I love it so much. That's the biggest stack. The only other manga that I have with me is the 4th volume of The Magus' Bride. The 1st and 3rd volume, and the 2nd volume for that matter, are coming to me. The 1st and 3rd are coming from Pango Books, and the 2nd is coming from Powell's. So I should have all 4 hopefully within a couple of weeks. I have to buy most of these used because they're out of print, hard to get. But those are the only manga that I have. I have 2 graphic novels, kind of in the same vein. These were technically gifts for my husband, but I will be reading them. The first one is the new Obi-Wan Star Wars bind up. I think these came out in 2021. Yes, it was 2021 or 2022 that this new little series came out about Obi-Wan, and it's just 4 or 5 issues, following his life from the time when he is like a knight to when he's older. My husband is a huge Obi-Wan fan boy, just the biggest. So that was from him, and then the other one he got was the first bind up of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comics, and this is the current run that's going through Boom, and I really want to get into this series. I loved the Power Rangers as a kid, and I know that the comics are doing fantastic stuff. There's a lot of crazy stuff popping up in the comics because he keeps up with them, so I want to get into them. There is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Power Ranger crossover going on right now, and I know eventually they're gonna like turn into actual dinosaurs, and there is nothing that I want more in this world than to see that happen. So that's the graphic novels and the manga. Let's keep doing gifts, because that's, like I said, most of what I have is gifts here. My sister also got me Wicked Bugs, the Louse That Conquered Napoleon's Army and Other Diabolical Insects by Amy Stewart. I have read one of Amy Stewart's other books. I think it might have been the one on poisons or flowers, but I haven't read this one, and I love bugs. So Becky picked this up knowing that I love bugs, and I will definitely read that soon. That looks like it's going to be one that I can flip through and pick a few. Oh, look at that cute little spider! Pick a few pages out and like sections out and read at a time. 2 of my best books of the year books, which have already been in a video, are The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez and A Taste of Gold and Iron by Alexandra Rowland. I adored these books last year. I highly recommend them. I'm not going to summarize them here. They're my best books of the year, and honestly, I think you should just go pick them up. Both of these are queer novels. One of them is a more slow burn, I would almost say cozy fantasy romance, and this one is a epic very uniquely told, intense fantasy. This one, check the trigger warnings on, but this one I think almost anyone could read and enjoy. So I love both of these very much. Becky also got me Gothic Tales of Haunted Love. This is edited by Hope Nichols and SM Biko, and she said she just spotted this and thought I would enjoy it, and it looks like it's possibly a Canadian book, but it's got a bunch of different art styles, and I really like a lot of the styles in here, and it just looks intriguing, so I will definitely pick this up. Might be something fun to read in the evenings, especially when I'm brain dead. See. It's hard to say anything about these without repeating myself and that I'm excited about them. I'll get to it soon, that sort of thing. Let's talk. So my husband took it upon himself that he wanted to pick me out some books that I had never heard of or that I just hadn't read yet. He wanted to find something new for me. He did really well. I let him log into my Goodreads. He went through my Goodreads, and then he, looked at all of our Amazon lists, and he wanted to find like cozy, fun fantasy or romance that I maybe hadn't heard of, or if I'd heard of it, I hadn't picked it up. He did amazing. So the first book that he picked up that I have heard of and was one that I wanted to read was That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming, and this is the first Mead Mishaps book. I think the title sums it up. All I wanted to do was live my life in peace, maybe get a cat, expand my spice farm, do anything that doesn't involve going on a quest where an orc might rip my face off. After saving the demon Fallon in a wine-drunk stupor, all he wanted to do was kill an evil witch enslaving his people. I mean, I get it, don't get me wrong, but he's dragging me along for the ride. So it sounds hilarious. I'll say too that the cover of this is a lot prettier in person than it is online. The Kindle book I have had in my Kindle Unlimited for a while, and it just, the cover didn't sing to me, but this is really pretty in person. Like, you can really see like the paint strokes and everything on it, and like, I like it. I'll probably, if I enjoy that, I'm gonna pick up the next ones in the physical format because the covers are so much prettier in person. And speaking of pretty covers, the other book he got me, which I had never heard of, and I am stupidly excited about because I've never heard of it, is Balam's Spring by Travis M. Riddle. And this, he said, was shelved as cozy fantasy, and it has to do with a mysterious plague or illness that is sweeping across this small town. And a former adventurer, former mercenary, and the county, like the island school teacher, attempting to solve what's going on, what's causing the illness, when a suspicious young man appears the same night the sickness begins to spread. So that sounds, oh my god, that was a cat, I'm very sorry. That sounds really good. We moved their cat tower away from the couch so they wouldn't scratch during the videos, but now she just wants to get up in the business, but that's okay. But yes, that sounds really exciting. Another cozy fantasy. Now these I got myself. Some of these I bought with a gift card, and some of these I just bought for myself. There's a cat coming back, I'm sorry. You Can't Spell Treason Without Tea by Rebecca Thorne. This one, again, my husband saw a reel of this one where someone's copy got stolen, and the author, I think it's called Duetted, replied to it and sent them their own copy, and it was just really funny. I also saw that, I think it's Allie, maybe? I'll link it down below. Pocket Pages is her book club. She read this and didn't enjoy it because she said there was a little too much plot in it, but she did say it was a good book. It's just too much plot for her at the time. So I like a little more plot with my cozies sometimes, so I thought I would pick this up. This is about Rena and Chiante. They want to open a bookshop that serves tea, but they end up after an assassin takes Rihanna hostage. She decides she's done risking her life, and meanwhile, Chiante is waiting for a reason to flee responsibility, and they run away and settle in Tawny, a town nestled in an icy tundra near a dragon country, and open a shop. So basically, I think because one of them is a Kingsguard and one of them is a powerful mage, people come after them for running off and say, you can't do that, we need you. And it's their escapades. We'll see. I think actually that might be all of the super cozy fantasy. I will go ahead and mention, because I'm assuming it's fantasy, the Fairy Loot book that I got recently. I think this is January's or December's. I can't keep track of which month. This is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I do believe this is a UK only release, because I can't find any information on an American publishing date, but it's very pretty. I really like the mushroom acorn sprayed edges, and it's got, you know, artwork on the inside, and the cover is foiled. It's very pretty. I think I have a clip of me opening the box that this came in. If I do, I'll try to insert it here. If not, I'll have pictures on Instagram soon, so you can look at those there. Now, the rest of these are either YA or romance. So we'll do the YA fantasy first, and that's Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. I got this on Pango Books. I read Long Live the Pumpkin Queen last year by Shay Earnshaw, which is the story of Sally. It's kind of the sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas, and I really liked it, and I actually really enjoyed the writing style, and I've heard amazing things about Shay Earnshaw, so I decided to pick up one of her books used and give it a shot. I know that also her first editions also have really pretty, special like custom hardbacks. So I'll be trying to get those if I really like this one. I don't know what this one is about. I looked at all of them, so I can't remember which one this one is about specifically. Be careful of the dark, dark wood, especially the woods surrounding the town of Fir Haven. Some say these woods are magical, cursed even. Rumored to be a witch, Nora Walker knows the truth. It looks like she is... so it looks like maybe a magical wood. Someone went missing within it, and she finds that person, and it's bringing her back, bringing him back. Something has come loose, or something is wrong in the wood, and he has reappeared, and she's trying to find out why. So, sounds intriguing. I do like the idea of that. The romance books I got the Wisteria Society for Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. I've heard this is very funny and very quirky, and I read the first like 3 or 4 pages, and I really liked the tone. So I picked this up when I was out with my husband for our little anniversary date night. I think, if I recall correctly, the women in this are thieves and scoundrels, and there are like floating houses. And the men are usually like assassins and maybe warlocks? Or is that one of the other ones? And this is about a man sent to kill the main character. So Cecilia Basingwaite is the main character. She is a thief. And Ned Lightbourne is an assassin who is kind of smitten with her, but he was sent to kill her. And he is going to attempt to also end up saving her, it looks like, from someone else who wants to kill her. And he has the flying Gothic alley bristling with cannons. Sounds hilarious. So it's kind of like a men versus women, but in a comedic sort of way, romance novel with flying abbeys and houses. I mean, that sounds fantastic. I don't know why I wouldn't read that. The 3 romance. I got the second Criminal Intentions. This is episode 2, Junk Shop Blues. I've started this, but I haven't finished it yet, and it is just as good as I hoped. Criminal Intentions, I don't know the plot on this one, but Criminal Intentions is a long-running KU series about 2 detectives who are slowly falling in love and the crimes that they solve, and I think it's I misspoke in another video, but I believe it's in Baltimore. The other 2 romances I got were the first 2 Sarah Kate books in the Salacious Players series, and that is Praise and Eyes on Me. I have read Praise, and I really, really liked it. I need to move my tabs and notes over, but I haven't yet. And then I haven't picked up Eyes on Me yet, but I will soon. I'm wanting to, as I talked about in my goals video, I want to buy more of what I've already read and what I know for a fact I will be reading. So in this case, this series, Praise was really good last year. It super shocked me on how good it was and how much I liked it. And Eyes on Me, I'm excited about. The Salacious Players is about a group of friends who own a kink club, and the romances that they end up falling into. Praise is about a girl who breaks up with her boyfriend and is moving out and goes to his dad for their half of the deposit, I think it was, and ends up entangled with him. There's a little bit of an age gap, and it's a sub-dom praise kink romance. I think this one is more of a voyeur. I don't know. I like going in a little bit blind. I do know there is a throuple, a polyam. I think it's the third one, and I'm looking forward to that one the most. That's the one I really want to get to. And the last book that I have currently with me, I had to double check, is Where It Rains in Color by Denise Crittenden. This one I'm super excited about. I haven't read it yet, but I was looking for a copy of it on Pango Books used because, again, trying to save some money. And I actually saw that Jesse from Bowties and Books, they posted it. So I picked up a copy from their shop. I'm super, super excited about this. It's a Afrofuturistic sci-fi adventure. Lelia has been named the rare indigo beauty among beauties and is about to embrace her stardom until something threatens to change her whole lifestyle and turn the planet of Swazimbe upside down. Colonized by the descendants of Earth's West African Dogon tribe. I have to look. I probably said that very wrong. I'm very sorry. The planet of Swazimbe is a blazing color-rich utopia and famous vacation center in the galaxy. This sort of like vacation idyllic princess. Yes, another plague book. That's what it was. A plague, an illness breaks out on this planet, and she catches the disease, and she wants to find a cure. So that sounds great. Might pick this up in the next week or so. We'll see. I've been craving some sci-fi, so this seems right up the street for that. And it is, I think, looking at my library books, I think this might be the only sci-fi I have in my immediate reach. I'm sure there's a ton in my library, but that is calling my name. That is it, I do believe, for my December book haul. I say that hesitantly because I'm sure there's more coming, or I feel like I'm forgetting something. That's okay. This is probably going to be the last big book haul that I have for a long time. Anything I get from here forward is going to be stuff that I've already read, or it's going to be stuff that I pick up for a specific reason, like a vlog project, because I know for a fact that I'll be picking up Laura Sebastian's Castles in Their Bones for a vlog project, and maybe one or two others, but otherwise I'm going to be trying to cut back on my book buying. So hopefully the last like sizable haul, you'll see I might do a quarterly haul in a few months, but that is it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have read any of these, please tell me what you thought. What should I pick up first? Any of these that you absolutely loved or even that you hated? I want to know. And I will talk to y'all again soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again. Bye. You said, I'm a man. No, you're not. You were asleep.